Hey there! How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to my makeup table. I'm kind of excited because I've already uploaded part 1 and part 2 of just showing everyone what I got in an e.l.f. haul. So e.l.f. is new to me. I am really looking for an economical brand so that I can talk about it so that we don't really spend, a bazillion dollars on makeup. I just don't think it's necessary, and I think that sometimes we overspend on products not really knowing how they're even going to perform. So in my personal opinion as a pro, as a makeup artist who I've worked with lots of lines before, I would have to say that if you're going to spend money on a cosmetic product, make it your foundation. Make it a good moisturizer. Make it something that you're going to really see that performance of the product. I don't believe that all foundations are created equal. I think that a lot of money goes into the technology of how a foundation is going to perform. So if you were going to spend money, go to the cosmetic counter and buy yourself a really, really good foundation that really matches your neck, your hands, and so that it should be an all-over neutral palette. You might need some help, and that's why you would turn to your cosmetics counter salesperson, and they can always help you choose a foundation. There's lots of color matching systems, and there's really a lot of good technology out there as far as foundation. Now, that being said, I will say that pigments, eyeshadows, lipsticks, lip liners, eyeliners, they're pretty much created equal if you know what to do with them and where to place them. So the first product I'm going to review by e.l.f. today, it's a concealer system. It comes in a 3-piece package. It comes with a brush, the concealer, and a zit zapper. So love a zit zapper, as I said before. It is a salicylic acid product. So therefore, it's going to help dry up your pimples, your blemishes, and it'll pretty much do that overnight. So here we have this nice little concealer brush. Again, it's synthetic. It's going to be nice for dabbing blemishes. So this kit is primarily a blemish concealing system, in my opinion, because you're getting all 3 items. You're getting the zit zapper, which is going to dry up your blemishes, and then you've got the concealer, which, all right, so here's my real true opinion of this product. I think it's a little watery. I think it is really more about sheer coverage than it is about heavy duty moisture and concealing. I really not a big fan of this. I think you could, now that I've purchased it, what I'll probably do with it is use it more as a shadow base. So and maybe even to conceal flaws on the hands, because as we age we do get brown spots, we get some broken capillaries, that kind of thing. So I think it could be really useful for that, especially if you've got some broken capillaries through the nose area, something like that. I think it's going to be a nice product for that, but I don't like it as a concealer for under the eye at all. It has no coverage. So what am I going to give this this system? I'm going to give it kind of a not sure. As long as you use it correctly, which is not as a concealer to conceal under eye circles. We're not going to love it for that. Moving on, I actually really love this little palette. It's awesome. It is neutral tones. It was, I believe, called a workbook. I'm pretty sure. Now I can't remember the name of it. I'm so sorry. Anyway, here's the thing. What I kind of felt like is all of these neutral tones were really performing kind of just about the same, with just a couple variations in tone. However, when I put this color on, this charcoal color, woo, it had a lot of pigment, and so I really had to buff it down a lot. I do have everything that I've used, I have on my face right now. So I placed the charcoal in through here, and then I really had to buff it down and even do a couple of little passes with a more a lighter frosted color over it to just mute it down a little bit. It was very strong. So I'm going to suggest using this as the color that you go in and place over your eye pencil, because it's quite dark unless you're going to do a smoky eye. So whoever says that e.l.f. pigments are not highly pigmented, you're wrong, because this one is very, very much so. So moving on again to another palette. This palette's called Beauty on the Go. It's a single palette. I believe it was $5, which I couldn't believe. It seems so economical to me. Has some really beautiful colors, beautiful, beautiful colors in here. The thing I didn't like about it, a couple of things I didn't like about it. Number one, when you open it, it does not have a top. Let's see if I can get this. You see how cumbersome this is? I don't like that. How am I supposed to travel with something that has no top? So obviously you have this vinyl liner, you can keep that, but you know, eventually this is going to wear out, it's going to crack, it's not going to be very nice. The palette itself is very, very nice. I really love all the colors. It's impressive how much they really packed into this little palette. So you've got a blush, which is really, for my skin tone, more of a contour powder. Then you've got two lipsticks, and then you've got this whole range of shades for eyeshadow. I'm really, really loving this one. It's got a lot of sparkle. I'm not sure if you can see that. A lot of really, really great sparkle in it. I really love all these tones. They're neutrals, they're beautiful, they bring a lot of intensity to the eye, but they also bring a lot of shimmer to the eye. So this is a great palette to travel with, but my beef, as I said, is it doesn't have a cover. And number two, I'm just not a big fan of lipsticks in the palette where I'm using powder, because oftentimes what will happen is you're using the powder and it will deposit right on top of the lipstick, which is an oily based product, and you'll get all of this yucky powder all over it. So I'm not a big fan of lipsticks being in the palette. I did try one of these shades and it had almost no color, so maybe it's more like a lip balm. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to try it a couple more times, but loving these neutral tones. I think these are very, very pretty. I then went over my makeup with this Plum waterproof eyeliner pen. It is really, really a pretty color. It's a very, very grape color. However, not loving the performance of it. It is hard to put on, and you have to make many, many passes with it. In my opinion, it just doesn't deliver a whole lot of color. So you really have to keep going over it, which, you know, you can't even really see it on. It's just not moist enough. So you have to really work with this product. However, it was only $1, so I'm not going to complain too much, but chances are I have a feeling this is going to wear out quickly because it feels like it's almost worn out. Then what I ended up using today as a lipstick is quite a really beautiful, vibrant shade. It's a really pretty pink, which to me is so youthful and beautiful. It's got a nice consistency, so I would definitely endorse the e.l.f. lipsticks. I think they go on very nicely. I think it's got a very nice finish, almost a matte. It's not too creamy, so I have a feeling it's going to have some lasting power. I will weigh in on that after I've worn it for a couple of hours. I'm pretty good on lipstick. I don't usually have to reapply, so I like something that's a little bit more matte and is going to stain my lip a little because I don't like reapplying lipstick. I actually did two different lip liners. So these are the lip liner pencils. And okay, I already have a pet peeve about the lip pencils. Look at this. This just won't stay on. I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to throw that in your bag and you're going to have lip pencil everywhere. So I'm not a big fan of this packaging because these are not secure. Now, they will stay here when you're using it, so I'm just not loving the fact that this is not going to stay on. So chances are these are lip liners that I'm going to keep at my makeup table. I'm really not going to travel with them because they're going to get everywhere. And I'm quite happy with the definition. I'm quite happy with the pigment. And I'm ecstatic over the price. I mean, I think these were $1 too. So you can't go wrong. You could get 10 lip pencils for $10 and really, really be very happy with gloss. It's kind of an interesting thing, and you know, when I saw this package come in the mail yesterday, I realized I've purchased these before. I have purchased them at a dollar store in Manhattan, and I remember making a big haul that day going, oh my gosh, you could build these palettes, and they had lots of different powders and so forth. In fact, before I go on, I'll show you. It says e.l.f. This is probably old packaging. However, you were allowed to build your own palette for $5. So you were able to pick your blushes, and they all came individually, kind of like MAC does, and you could pop them into this little palette, and I thought it was awesome. So when I opened this lip gloss, I remembered it immediately. I used it in my own purse for quite a long time till it was empty. It did run out fast. It doesn't go a long way, but again, I think it's $1. So you crank up the lip gloss to the end of the brush. And the thing I like about it, first of all, it smells like vanilla tobacco, like vanilla pipe tobacco. It smells really good. Reminds me of my daddy. But you see, you can crank up on it and get a little dab of lip gloss. And the thing I like about it is that if my memory serves me correctly, I think they've improved the formulation, because I remember the lip gloss that I bought was quite watery and thin. I did put this on yesterday as well, and it stayed on for 6 hours. I remember eating dinner and pressing the napkin to my lips, and I was like, oh my God, I still have lipstick on. That's pretty cool. So it's a very, very pretty, shiny, highly, highly endorse this product. I think it's absolutely beautiful. In fact, I'm going to be ordering, again, I'm not endorsing this line for any purpose other than to inform you. But as I said, I'm really, really trying to bring you products and review those products so that we can save some money. So far, I am really much more positive about this line than negative, so don't get me wrong. This palette, absolutely beautiful. The Zit Zapper, obviously, it's a collection with the concealer, the brush, and the Zit Zapper. I have not used this product yet, so I don't know if it's going to be effective. My lipstick is so shiny that I've got to keep blotting it in. It's really, really nice. Maybe I put a little bit too much on. Anyway, the Zit Zapper is, the jury's still out on that product. Not a fan of the concealer. The brush, not a big fan of this either. I just don't think it does much of anything. And when you're using a brush with a watery product, it's really not going to do anything. So I would save your money and just get the Zit Zapper, which it does sell separately. Love the lipstick. Love it. Very happy. Am not so crazy about the waterproof eyeliner. Not a big fan. Love the lip pencils, but I don't love the lid. Really am not in love with that. So I will be reviewing some more e.l.f. products, because I've got a lot more to review, several more palettes, more lipsticks. I've got a tinted moisturizer that I'm anxious to try. So anyway, stay in touch and keep watching.